Hello there. A few moments from Mixed Mind. I'm partially nude, so I won't show you my whole body. I just got out of my hot tub. I do that every morning after I wake up, get caffeinated, 3 cups of coffee, smoke about 10 cigarettes. I'm working on that. And then silence my brain. Shut the fuck up. You ever done that? How's that working for you? I haven't figured it out yet. So here's the deal. Why? Why, the creation of life, where are we going? Why? Because. Here's my understanding of things now that I've gained some spiritual knowledge. I am but a grasshopper. Kind of like the Kane guy on the show in the 70s. He was my hero. So I lift him up in prayer. He's no longer with us. But I pray, I meditate, shut the fuck up. Then I do some PT, some stretching first, and then some PT. I do some, not calisthenics, but stretching exercises, lower back stuff, legs, upper shoulders. Do some push-ups. Started with 10, and I'm increasing that every day. I'm eating well, and I'm still all fucked up. And I figured it out. I'm fucked up because I live out here. This is me. I've covered myself up so you can see. I live out here. This is the rub. This is where I don't get along with the world. This is where I don't fit in. This is where I seek understanding all the time. Or not understanding, I seek to be understood. Understand me. Help me. Do for me. Give me. Me. That's my problem. And I'm like that because I live out here where the rub is. And I always have. And I take that rub because it's always a rub. And I turn that somehow into, I don't love me. I'm unlovable. And with the impact of alcoholism and now HIV, AIDS, that's evidence. I'm not lovable. I've fucked up. I've hurt people. I've stolen. I've lied ad nauseum. I've done it all. Slept around and brought home a disease that wants to kill me. Thank God I'm not dying. But that's another story. I won't get into religion, but it is tied in. This year I started a vision quest, a walkabout, a quest to understand it all. My recovery program wasn't fitting well. There was too much drama in there, and people were takers, and I never got phone calls, and it just all fed my unlovable shit. So I walked away. And soon I stopped praying, and then I stopped meditating, and I didn't PT, and next thing you know, I'm not eating. And it's another story. I'm anorexic. And that's definitely a psychological thing. It's not, I must be honest, it's not medication. It's the rub. I'm unlovable. So I'm going to destroy myself again, this time by not eating. And for a person living with HIV, that's deadly. So I started my walkabout in November, went camping, a lot of alone time. Came back, went through Christmas, the rub, really bad lately. And started seeing a counselor who worked with me on my unlovability lie, because it is a lie. And the reason it's a lie is because I'm sober. I don't sleep around anymore. My blood is undetectable. So I could sleep around, but I don't. I'm taking care of my mother-in-law in a way that's opened up compassion and loving that I've always wanted. And it's not for me this time, it's for somebody else. And that's magical. So a lot of positive things are going on here, and it's proof that the lie that I tell myself all the time that I'm unlovable is not real. It's a fucking lie. It's not real. So what do I do with that? Practice mindfulness. What the fuck is that shit? Climb mountains, I've done it. Sail the oceans, I've done it. Visit temples, I've done it. Other religions, I've done it. So I took all those experiences, all those places and memories, and went inside myself. For I am the root of my problem. And I know that. I'm telling myself a lie. And I must discover the truth. So I stop believing the lie. I've done it. I don't live out here anymore. I am but a grasshopper. I know only a little. But I've figured out a way not to live out here. And that's to live, instead of in the outer self, to be one with what's out here, to accept it. The lie, the rub, the constant agitation, the constant, why can't I understand everything? Why don't they understand me? And inhabit my inner self instead. And how do you do that? How do you get there? Well, you practice mindfulness, and the way it's done is to shut the fuck up. Stop lying to yourself. Stop gathering evidence that you're unlovable, because it's always there. You can always imagine or write down things, thoughts, behaviors, habits, picking your nose, rubbing your ass, playing with yourself, whatever. Sleeping around, drinking too much, smoking cigarettes. There's always things that make you feel shameful about it, and then you turn that into I'm unlovable somehow. I do. Anyway, inhabit the inner self. And I did that. I practiced yoga, other religions. I took them all into a journey into myself. And stopped believing that I am in control somehow. I just stopped believing it. I'm not. That's why it's rubbing all the time. I must surrender to this. I must accept it. And then figure out a way to live in it without the rub. And by inhabiting the inner self, I'm not being rubbed all the time. It's magical for me because I'm no longer listening to the lie out here. I'm inside. And that's where I found this little guy. I want to show you my inner self. Kind of cute, isn't he? This is the spark of my creation. This is my existence. This is the air I breathe now in this outer rub. This is my inner being, my love, my compassion, my understanding, my existence, my legacy, my ancestry, my religion, my God is in this little thing right here. And this little thing right here is right there when I inhabit it. We are on a journey on a planet that makes people, that's going through a universe around a sun in a galaxy far, far away. I must accept this. It is a state of being one with all that is. It's pretty cool. I like being this little man. I've missed him. And I have to stay in him as much as I can through prayer, meditation, if necessary, climbing a hill, eating, being good to self, self-love. For I am loved. And so are you. Stop believing the lie. Get out of the rub. Get into yourself. Discover your magic. Share it with the collective consciousness. And then inhabit the outer self to do good with it. What an idea.